Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Word of Mouth.
Today
we are joined by none other than old-time friends of the pod, Ethan Spates and Luke Becker.
Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you so much.
Hello.
What a
We're
pleasure.
so happy to have you back, guys.
It's
I
fantastic.
can't
time.
even express how happy we are to have you back.
I'm beaming. Look,
It's so good
Truly,
to be back.
I'm so happy to have you back.
It's so
Yeah,
good
truly,
to be
I'm
back.
so happy.
Truly, it's so happy to.
You guys
I'm so
look
happy
both
to-
elated and jovial.
If you're wondering what that glorious song was, it's called Sandy Legs by Colombo, and I found it today on the new TikTok area of Spotify. You ever used that?
TikTok area of Spotify.
Oh yeah,
It
where
was
you can
like-
like doom scroll on Spotify
Yeah,
now?
it was like a doom scroll
Yeah.
screen thing, and
That
it was
does not sound
like
good.
floomp, and then it was like had to add to library. That song came on. I was like, fire,
Add
library.
plus.
Dude, I actually find a lot of stuff through that.
Really?
Like through
Actually?
the scrolling thing.
You
yeah,
just
yeah,
acted like you didn't even know what I was talking about. You find your music there?
Well, no, it was kind of an interesting way to describe it. The TikTok area of Spotify.
I
do
thought
you
you
call
were
it?
saying like TikTok songs, like playlist. That's what I thought you meant.
the
I bet that exists.
the scrolling video section of Spotify
Mhm.
is what we're referred to. I love that.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, I find a good bit of stuff on there. Like
Really?
new artists and podcasts and stuff.
Is it
Kinda like-
showing just like short clips?
Yeah,
It's
kind of.
not really about the clips though. It's like
Yeah.
you know when you play. I don't do this on my phone. Like I have it turned off because I like seeing album covers.
Yeah.
But you know when you click on an album
And it shows like the
plays full
background
screen
video thing. Yeah.
What do you think those are called?
The the videos like on the back of the
I actually
song.
knew
Yeah.
at one point.
Those are called canvases.
Canvases.
Yeah.
And they took them off for a while, and then they brought them back. I was really.
I actually have uploaded a couple of our shorts as clips because it shows it as a beta option. It's like give it a try
Wait, on Spotify.
on Spotify.
That's the only way
I've
watched
never
it.
actually gone back to see if it like did anything.
That's actually kind of a good way to figure out if you're gonna like a podcast.
Yeah, I think so.
What if you can?
I mean, that's
doom
what our
scroll
ads are for.
Podcast
you know?
clips on Spotify. One day, I would hate that.
Yeah, I would hate that too. But it actually does work. I mean, I like on YouTube Shorts, it's mostly podcast clips for me, and I've watched a bunch of podcasts because of YouTube Shorts.
What do y'all think is the worst, best song? Like of the best songs, what do you think is the worst one?
like that's popular now or like ever.
Ever?
Oh man.
Like you could say Elvis if you wanted to.
I would say like right now anything Benson Boone is making is like if the door is closed and nobody's around, like I'm saying that thing's a banger, but like the moment I'm around the squad, Benson Boone is so lame. Boo. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
But like, yeah, he's I'd say that's like doing nothing for society, but like he's ripping bangers
I
right
like
now.
the part of his song where it's like,
Stay away. Kind of sounds like a yawn a little bit. Like if somebody with perfect pitch yawned.
Yeah.
I might be wrong about this, but like whenever I was watching the Grammys or whatever the music one is, it's the Grammys,
Yep.
right?
Sure.
What's
I don't know.
I
with
think
the
so.
gold? Yeah,
Grammy
it's
nominated.
So when I was watching the Grammys,
My
that
Grammy
feels like that's the
nominated.
movie one. Ethan, I feel like you would know the answer to this. What is the music one?
No, it's
The Grammys.
It's
That is the
Grammys.
Grammys? Okay.
Yeah.
Whenever I was watching the Grammys, I like know who Benson Boone is, but like I don't think that he deserved the right to rip off his suit and like sing that song.
Yeah.
Is he that popular?
He's got like a weird story. He
Tell
went
us.
on The Voice.
Really?
Yeah, and it wasn't The Voice. It was American Idol.
Like as a
Or
contestant
something.
or as a judge?
Yeah. He went on one of those shows as a contestant as like a teenager, and I can't remember if he got cut or if he went through. But he went on there and sang and was like super chill about it. Like went on the show. I forget how far he went, and then I know what he did. He was on the show doing well, dropped out of this contest show.
Uh-huh.
And then because he got so big as a contestant and just started making solo music.
Wow.
After being a contestant. But he's like super flippant and nonchalant about like the whole industry thing.
Wow.
Like he's like, people ask him about like, what's your process, and he's like, I don't know, I just work for UX. He just does that.
So it sounds like you know a good bit about him.
Yeah, dude. I don't know, when he released a couple of bangers, and I was like, I'm gonna keep my eye on this guy.
Okay, did you say this is the worst best song or the best worst song?
It's the worst
Actually,
best song.
Yes, but I would love the other way around too.
Did you say worst best song?
Yeah, what's the worst song of all the best songs ever?
I am gonna make my 17-year-old self really angry and say "Chocolate" by the 1975.
That's a good.
Ooh.
I still think it's a good song, but it's like really simple. The lyrics are kind of dumb. Yeah, but I love that song. I still think it's really fun.
Recently, I've been a big Doechii fan. Like
Oh,
Anxiety and Denial is a River.
Yeah,
The contents of that song are really, really bad. But I really, really love them.
yeah.
It's kind of like the opposite of NF. You know, like his lyrics are amazing.
Yeah.
Contents are great, but it sounds like terrible.
Really bad.
I wish Doechii and NF could
The first song that came to my
something like
mind
that maybe.
was "Sweet Home Alabama"
Oh yeah.
because it's undeniably a good. It's one of the best songs ever, undeniably. Everybody knows it, but nobody nobody's playing that in the car. Do you think people play that in the car? Like if it's just them?
No chance.
There's no way, right?
Like if
It's only
not
like when you get to
yeah.
the beach and you roll the windows down and you're with your friends and you're like,
It's also funny to me, like, there's a whole market of songs that, like, have tons of streams, all the things, but they're only played in stadiums.
Yeah.
Like, they're not, like, they're played at sporting events. Like, there's no way anybody, like, rides around and, like, listens to Seven Nation Army.
Yeah,
Yeah. dude.
so like, think about your favorite artist. If you have, like, a one, I'm sure it's hard to pick one, but, like, think about one of your favorite artists.
Maybe like Benson Boone for some people.
Yeah. For some people in the room, that might be it. Like, just think Bon
That's
Iver
so
for,
cool.
you know, if you're a basic hipster person.
Like,
If you were in Gap and you heard that artist play, would you be, like, excited for them? Like, wow, like, they're really successful, they're making it? Or would you be like, not into it anymore?
It like kind of like does it? Are you kind of asking like does it ruin the song that it's being played in Gap? In the
or like
same
your
way?
perception of the artist.
Yeah, like they've sold out a little bit. Like in
Yeah.
the same way, like if your favorite book is like becomes like one of the books you read at school,
Right.
And you're like, I just took a quiz on that.
It's like,
Yeah.
I loved Hunger Games, but now I have to read it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I hear that. I don't know. The first time I was like really into Dayglow in high school, and then the first time I heard Dayglow at like a Target,
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
You kind of fell off.
I
a little
wrestle with that because I'm like, I also heard Dayglow when I was
definitely
little,
plays in Gap.
when he was little. And then,
When you,
I don't know, he had a song in the Minecraft movie.
bit. Yeah.
A little bit like,
dude, honestly, I kind of frick with the Minecraft movie vibe.
Dude, I low key do too.
I low-key have been playing Minecraft ever since I saw it.
Actually,
Yeah.
that's amazing. I've never played Minecraft before. I don't know anything about it except for I know that it's like,
what?
I know like what it looks like, and I know the music that's in it and stuff. I've never.
It's just
played
fun
it.
to like make stuff.
It's the only
I
app
don't know.
I've never deleted off my phone.
Really.
Praise
Always,
God.
I've always had it.
He's even deleted the phone
Text
app.
messages.
That phone just has Minecraft. That's it.
Wow. Flappy Bird in
It's my
Minecraft or
trap
just
phone.
Minecraft?
Just
Wow.
Minecraft.
Yeah, and
No Flappy Bird.
all the storage is taken up on the entire phone just from
8
Minecraft.
gigabytes.
And I
Yeah,
have
yeah.
screenshots and screenshots of my skins.
Look, I made an iron golem. Look,
I did watch.
I found a chicken jockey.
What's crazy is the last time Ethan and I were on the pod together, the podcast somehow got to Minecraft, and we just
Did
got to
it really?
Minecraft again. Yeah,
I don't remember
I
that.
don't know what it is about our vibe that brings out
You gotta start
sort of like a
over.
Minecraft.
Okay, yeah.
vibe.
Let's go ahead and
It's a
cut.
watch.
Okay, all right. And
All right,
ready?
guys. Welcome back. If you,
No, okay. I do want to bring up going back to like the worst best song thing, and like kind of like songs that are almost like public domain. Another example that has kind of come into relevance over the past year for me was Born in the USA, kind of in the same vein of
Yeah.
Sweet Home Alabama.
Born in
Yeah.
the USA. That
I
one?
feel like on 4th of July. they
Wait, what
feel
was
like-
it?
Hold on. Rip that again.
It's kind of like
Born in the USA.
Stay.
What's the next line in the Benson Boone song? All right,
We're off to a great
Born in the
start.
USA, Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah, that's something that I feel like they feel like the event people feel like they can just loop at a fireworks show
yeah.
and get away with it. Like, we could just put that one on loop.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't make
That's
a
so
playlist
true.
this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought like the person who wrote the national anthem like doesn't get royalties?
That's crazy. Like
That's
their
pretty
estate.
whack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 300 years ago.
Yeah, like
No royalties.
I forgot that girl's name that made the American flag, but like
Betsy Ross.
Betsy Ross.
Ross. Ethan knows ball like that.
Like she doesn't get royalties.
Game
whenever,
recognized game.
Like whenever I put an American flag on my freshman year dorm room wall,
Did you
like
really?
did Betsy Ross's family get like 5 cents?
Doubt it.
I think they're supposed to Venmo request you, but they just missed it on that one.
Ethan, how does it feel to know that you'll never compare to Betsy Ross because you'll never have a design that
Yeah.
literally lasts for like hundreds of years and is used all across the globe?
That's true.
How does that feel?
It hits home. It's hard.
So like if
Hard to swallow.
if you had a flag on your wall your freshman year of college, which we know you did, everybody did.
Everybody did.
What do you think would have been the perfect flag to encapsulate freshman year of college you?
Freshman year of college me.
I think for me, it definitely would have been like a Vineyard Vines whale wearing Vans.
Yeah.
That's on honest self-reflection right there.
I think mine was probably high top Converse.
That'd be a fire
just
flag.
just a flag of high top Converse.
Yeah.
I think you just kind of did a Brick Tamlin thing and looked at Luke's feet and you just said it out loud.
I actually forgot that he had this. I didn't notice that.
These are not the.
Mine would probably have yellow collared shirt.
Yellow colored shirt,
Mine
blue
would probably
shorts.
be of brown curly hair.
Mine would be mustache.
Viewers understand this
Marshall.
joke and listeners are like, what are they talking about?
People watching are like,
Converse would be a sick flag. You imagine walking in freshman year dorm, seeing just a flag of Chuck Taylors. You'd be like, that's kind of.
I don't remember
Okay.
if I even had any. I just felt like that was the vibe I was giving off. It's like level one
Might I
hipster.
remind you, you listened to 160,000 minutes of the 1975 your freshman year. So
Yes.
I have no idea how you didn't just say like,
wait, actually,
Maddie
1975.
Healy's face.
yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah, I listened to, I don't remember how many days.
I
It was like
listened
an
to,
unbelievable number of days of music I listened to on Spotify.
I listened to a 2-hour long live at the O2 Arena album of theirs on the plane rides this past week. I went to Texas.
have listened to that album 30 plus times.
That's at least. I mean, that's 30 times
That's
2.
60 hours.
I was talking to I may need to get fact checked on this, but I was talking to a buddy of mine whose name rhymes with Avid Amestic.
Yep.
And he was saying that he was
It's great.
Don't dox
he,
Dave,
he was
man.
he was at a
Avid domestic.
he was at a 1975
Took
concert.
away the first letters. That's all you did.
No, it's
You
because
added,
I
he
would-
added a couple letters in there, and then he like took away the first
We
letters.
should call Dave Double D.
Double D. Okay, so my boy Double D, and I would disguise his name more if this wasn't cool. I thought this was sick, and I'm not doxing him for anything
Right.
here. But he was telling me that he was at a 1975 concert and was just able to get backstage.
Whoa. That doesn't seem right.
He's like, yeah, he's weird.
But
I
like
just
he
walked
said,
out.
it was like
I
weirdly.
just walked back there.
weirdly easy.
Turns out he
But
had backstage
that's
passes.
sick, though. That's
He's like, yeah, it
sick.
was weird. I just paid like $850 for it.
And they let me go back there.
Yeah. No, but I thought that was sick.
Yeah.
I was kind of jealous when he told
I
me
mean,
that.
they're probably still like my favorite band.
Yeah.
Just based on the pure number of hours I listen to their music. Cause
Yeah.
I don't
It's a
think
lot.
they'll be one of those bands that's like like The Cure or something. Like
Yeah.
undeniably, everybody will think they're cool and good forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like the Smiths.
Like I haven't listened to him in months.
Didn't Matty
But-
Healy have something? Didn't he like date Taylor Swift or
Yep.
something?
He had like a little
Yeah.
fling.
Yeah, you should hear her side of the story. This is what I hear.
I've heard she's a snake.
I guarantee you, he probably like hates her now.
Yeah.
Like hates.
Yeah.
I don't know that, but I could guarantee you.
He dated
Bryce-
her. I think there was someone else famous he dated. I can't remember.
Like Michael Vick or something like that, right?
I think that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I think she dated Michael Vick.
It was like Gerard Goldblum or something.
Gerard Goldblum.
Matty Healy and Michael Vick.
Yeah. She definitely has a type. Oh man.
So, y'all want to talk about auto repair shops?
Sure.
Like that.
Steven, you just went to Austin.
I did go to Austin.
Yeah, I'm trying to do yes and.
And guess what? I literally showed up and I said, literally last week, even before I went, man, I was like, I've never been to an HEB. I want to go to
Yeah.
an HEB.
Yeah.
I've been to Texas like 1 billion times now. Because my wife's from there. Never been to HEB. I always end up going to Randall's. Which, by the way,
Yeah.
Randall's sucks. Randall's is like just a bummy grocery
Awful.
store.
That's a take.
And I know this episode is not sponsored by Randall's. But anyways, I kid you not. We're there when we get there. Also, more context, I was like, we always end up going to Randall's or y'all always end up Instacarting HEB. I show up. Instacarted HEB is already on the front porch when I show up. I was like, you got to be freaking kidding me. I did get to eat the tortillas from HEB for the first time.
Ooh.
We had some breakfast tacos with them. Amazing.
Yeah.
Also,
Good tortillas.
for anyone who has no idea what we're talking about, HEB is like the grail of all grocery stores, according to Texas people.
I worked.
Yes.
You
Yeah,
worked
he
at
did.
HEB?
Ethan
He
worked
did.
there. The elephant in the
Dang,
room. I was
Bagger and
gonna say.
cashier.
I
In high school
thought
or-
In high school. Yeah.
Oh, let's go.
I thought it was AGB for like maybe years
Wow.
until he told me it was HEB.
In the same way that some people think Texas A&M
Dude,
is
you know-
Texas A&M.
Yeah. ANM.
Dude, you know, like the guy's name is like Howard Butts.
Yeah, it is.
Are you
That's
serious?
why they.
Yeah,
they-
it
What's
is.
the E? His middle name?
It's like
Hairy butts.
Harry Butts, actually.
Harry, what is the E?
I don't know.
Eduardo.
Harry evocative
It might
butts.
be. It might be Eduardo.
It like
Eduardo.
literally.
They do
might
have.
be
They have
Harry Butts.
like Mexican HEBs as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
They'll make like horchata and like.
HEB.
Hacha ebe. That's right.
What does
Very
HEB stand for? Howard E. Butt. Just butt, not
Actually?
butts. Yeah.
Howard E. Butts. That's kind
Here,
of insane.
everything's better. That's what they're saying.
You have to memorialize your name in some way, shape, or form if you get that. If you get that luck of
That's
the draw,
right. Yeah, I feel like if it was just called Butt Store.
Like pants store.
Oh my gosh. But anyways, so we literally are there. HEB's already Instacarted. And I was like, all right, like we'll go another day. You know, I'm gonna be here for 3 days. We go to downtown on like whatever my third day was there. I think it was Thursday or Friday or something like that. It was Friday morning. Take it back. It was Thursday morning. Anyway, so we're headed back. We stop at the Domain, which for all you rich girlies from Austin listening to this, you know what the Domain is. And for all you people who don't know what the Domain is, you probably can understand what it is now. It's just a super nice mall
Yep.
in the middle of the suburbs. And like a Nordstrom, Balenciaga, all that kind of stuff. So anyways, I'm at the Domain.
You're at the Louis
Shop till I
Vuitton
drop.
store.
Gracie and her mom are so tired. So they're like, and it's like 4 o'clock, so traffic's already horrendous. And then they're like, we're going to go a different way home and we're going to stop here. Because they're like, there was like a store that we needed to go by, whatever. I'm not even joking. We pull up into the parking lot. There's a Randall's right by the store that we're stopping
Oh
at.
no!
And she was like, hey, will you run in? and grabbed this, and I was like, "You gotta be freaking kidding me!" I ended up at I wanted to go to HEB, and we got it Instacart, and we got it. Like I had ended up at a Randall's.
So you've still never been into
Still
an HEB?
never been into an HEB.
Oh, dude.
HEB.
No way.
Yeah,
Was that one in Austin really dark? The one by my house is like unbelievably dark.
the Randall's.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's like
What?
not a single window in
What
it.
is it
Like
compared
there's
to
a
here?
dark vibe about it, or like it's
They just have no
dark
windows.
lighting? Oh,
No
okay.
windows at all.
Randall's is kind of like a there used to be a place called Food Depot, maybe like Piggly Wiggly,
Yeah.
but it's not like
But
Piggly Wiggly's
Piggly
like
Wiggly, but brown walls.
yeah.
Yeah.
Piggly Wiggly, I feel like it like knows they're kind of bummy. Maybe like Winn-Dixie or something like that.
Dude,
Yeah.
I don't know.
want to. This is kind of a side tangent, but I really want like a really high value marketing company, specifically with Piggly Wiggly, to make like a really, really well done commercial of Piggly Wiggly, like that makes the store just look beautiful with
Yeah.
like Dean Martin playing or something,
Yeah.
Or like Etta Fitzgerald, and like some guys walking in there like, this is it, and like the lighting's really good.
Yeah.
Just like choose a place like Piggly Wiggly and just like drop that commercial on TV.
Yep.
But Piggly Wiggly is always what I think of when I think of doing that. Wouldn't
Yep.
that be such a good little prank?
Dude,
That'd be fantastic.
On the way down to the beach, I never noticed this. In Andalusia, there is a Piggly Wiggly that is like legit it's like metal wall, like it's like it looks like a shed, but the shed's like huge.
Like
It's
a barn
I've seen
dominium
that.
type vibe.
You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, it was the smallest Piggly. It looked like a Dollar General, except for not even with like the front, like
Yeah.
It was just like metal siding. It's
Yeah.
like whole
Just a
thing.
Piggly.
Just
Not even Piggly Wiggly.
No Wiggly.
Yeah, but it
What
was-
is the Wiggly in Piggly Wiggly?
His tail.
Yeah,
Oh. So Piggly Wiggly with no tail. It's just Piggly.
That's right.
So I went to Austin, and I got another cool story from Austin, Texas. So Gracie's parents got back from Portugal on Monday, and then we go down on Gracie actually flew in on Tuesday, so she got there the day after they get back from Portugal. And as everyone knows who's gotten back from Europe before, reacclimating to American time is a little bit weird because you get tired at like 3 p.m. and you wake up at 4 a.m. And then we showed up, and we were not on that time clock, right? So Gracie's parents were getting pretty tired on Wednesday when we got in. They were like, all right, we're going to call it a night after dinner. We went to dinner like 4 o'clock.
Oh my gosh.
And so they were going in, and I was like, I wonder what's going on in Austin tonight. Like, live music capital of the world is what they say.
Indeed.
Is it the world or America? They say the world, right?
Something.
Yeah. So anyways, I get on Spotify. I'm like,
Definitely
who's
something.
playing tonight? Krungbin is playing.
course.
No
that
way.
night.
Clutch.
Krangbin.
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 Krugambon.
If you're from the South, Krangbin is who
Krangbin.
Steven's talking about.
If you don't know who Krungbin is, you've probably heard his song Texas Sun. You probably think it's a Leon Bridges song. It's not. It's a Krungbin song that Leon Bridges is featured on. But Krungbin is Thai for airplane. And these people are really into international music, and they're very, very influenced by specifically Thai funk from the 80s. But
I
it's
did
just
not
like
know
really
that.
good music. But anyways, Krungbin was playing at the Moody Amphitheater in downtown, which is a sick venue, by the way. And so I get on Ticketmaster. I hate Ticketmaster. I could go on a whole rant right
oh
now.
man.
If you want to make billions upon billions of dollars, make a concert ticketing app that doesn't suck, and you will make billions of dollars. If
You know-
you're like a coder out there,
Kid Rock is currently lobbying with Trump to eliminate third party pricing, like extra pricing on ticketing apps for real. Like this is a real thing.
you're being serious.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, like Kid Rock is in
Kid
politics
Rock
now, bro.
is going to make me very happy.
Yeah, it's help is on the way. I'm just telling you that right now.
Sometimes I like being really loud about like politics when it's the most agreeable stance.
Right.
Like I have a shirt that says I support the regional library.
It is funny though,
Regional
because
library.
depending on how the media takes something, even the most like agreeable things can become like polarized. Like
Whatever person
RFK, like
says it.
everyone kind of loved RFK, and he was all like, "Let's make America healthy," and then everyone was like, "Yeah, like let's eat good food," and then now all of a sudden he's like, he hates autistic kids or something. I don't
Yeah.
know.
A regional library.
Hey.
What kind of books you reading in there? Books of hate.
1984, Karl Marx. Okay, communist, you love the library, socialist entity.
So you see the Krugman's playing in Austin.
So yeah, I'm not gonna make any comments on anything that was just said. But going back to my story, I support the regional library and I support Kid Rock and getting rid of third-party cookie stuff.
Facts on facts.
Anyways, so I go on Ticketmaster and it's like the cheapest tickets left were pit tickets or like, general admission, like right there by the stage. And we show up like 5 minutes before Krugman goes on. And legit like 15 feet away from the front. It was It was so cool. And two things happened that were pretty wild at the concert. Well, I mean, I guess three things. One, they played music, and that's just insane.
That's always incredible.
Can't believe they do that.
They're so unbelievably good. And I got to see the guy play the guitar, 10 feet away at one point because he walked over to my side of the stage. And to see what that man's hands do when he plays guitar was really cool to see. Where I could actually see it. Yeah. Anyways, the other two things. One, girl like 10 feet away from us, like passes out. Then like to see the security system they had in place, it was crazy. It was like in 10 seconds. They had these like red sticks that like perfectly like lit up the area and they knew exactly where. And like a medical, like I didn't even know they were there. There was like a whole ambulance team that just like perfectly came out. Got rid of the situation so fast. That was pretty nuts.
It's crazy.
And it was wild. The guy was doing like a guitar solo. Like he would do this thing where he would walk to different, sides of the stages. And he was at that side of the stage when it happened. This like, hole opens up around this girl. And then he just like keeps playing. And he like looks and he's like, and then he just walks away. Like it was like
he's just used to wooing the ladies like that.
If it was crazy, I guess they would talk to him in his like, in-ear thing or whatever. But then that was nuts. And then literally like 10 minutes later. So like I'm gonna try my best to explain this. There was like the pit, and then there was a barrier at the front of the pit and at the back of the pit. And then behind the pit at that barrier, there was like raised seated seating. So like front row people right there, those were the most expensive seats because you could sit down and like watch the whole thing. There was like an old man, from what I could tell, there was an old man who had front row seats. And then there was like this young dude who was standing up at the barrier, like in the seated area part, not in the pit. You had to have like a special wristband to get into the pit.
Yep.
I've said pit a lot in the past 30 seconds.
Pit.
And but anyways, this old man confronts the young guy, saying like, "Hey, get out of the way," because he paid for this ticket to sit down. And then the young guy, like, have I told you this yet, Mars?
No.
This young guy like gets in this dude's face. He's like, literally, this is like you would see this on Barstool or something like that, or like what's the
Puberty?
Yeah, or like on World Star.
Yeah,
like this huge like LinkedIn bro, like at this like poor like really normal looking 50-year-old dude. He's just like, "You better shut the F up, get out of my effing face, you better get the F off me, man." Like screamed as loud as he can, and everybody, it's like Krugman is such a chill man.
Yeah,
and everybody was just like, "Dude, what is going on? Like, go home." It was so freaking
Who are you?
Yeah,
that was pretty nuts. But yeah, that was my coolest Austin thing. Besides that, we just kind of hung out at the house. So
that's sick.
Speaking of Texas, though,
Luke, you love Texas so much you're leaving Birmingham.
I love Texas so much.
Mm-hmm.
That it called me home.
Wow.
Goodness. Yeah.
And I hate him for that.
Yeah, we all hate you now.
A lot of people.
I'm happy for you, but I hate you for you. But yeah,
you
happy
hate
to
me
hate
for me.
you.
Yeah,
for you.
I understand, and I'll take anything I can get here. You hate me for me, hate you for you. I'll take it all. But
makes leaving easier. I think.
It does. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'm graduating this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
When
and where?
Ethan.
For the fans listening.
For the
when
fans.
should they be there?
I'll be. I think they had to move it. I think they had to move it to Legacy Arena.
Yeah.
From what I understand.
Mostly for security reasons.
Yeah,
It's
security reasons.
all of Luke's cousins.
Yeah. All my cousins.
All the Beckers.
Lots of cousins coming
He's
out of
actually
the
bringing
woodwork for
all
this
his brothers. You've
Yeah.
seen 2 of them. He has 18 more.
Yeah, no. People you wouldn't even think are my brothers. Like, whoa, that guy was Luke's brother?
Right.
That guy's like really
Like all the
famous.
Becker bros, you can go back to the episode. They all look really kind of similar, like they're
Yeah.
related. There are more.
Way more. Yeah. It's like a sleeper agent thing. But yeah, they're all gonna be there. I'm excited though. This Saturday graduating.
Let's
Then
go.
moving back to Texas.
When do you move?
I moved back. We'll go down to Florida for a little bit. As like a vacation thing, like take a little like sabbatical. Because oh man, if you've been in college,
Man,
you wouldn't believe how
yeah.
bad you
You
need a
need a break.
sabbatical. Yeah, you need a break.
there's just
Like,
not any
especially-
fun happening.
Especially in
Right.
comms, I hear that's really tough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
communications. Like if you study communications, it's like, when am I going to go on vacation?
And talking, and you just
Exactly.
need some like.
Yeah, so it'll be nice to get down there and just kind of get away from the city. Honestly,
So many people communicating all around me. I just
yeah.
Where are you gonna go in Florida?
We're going to watercolor.
No way.
Yeah,
dude.
38.
I was
Yeah.
just there this weekend.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
No way.
I
Let's
love
go.
watercolor.
Like with the family or friends?
Yeah, my friend Abby
That's-
has a house there,
that's
so we
sick.
went and hung out with her and her husband Caleb.
That's so
Shout out
sick.
Caleb and
Caleb,
Abby.
if
Wait,
you will.
Has Caleb been on WOM?
Caleb.
Caleb
Not
has it,
yet.
actually.
We've been trying to make it work.
Caleb
Okay.
person.
Oh,
That's right.
person. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you guys just had Caleb on or something. I was
It's
listening to
crazy.
this. Okay.
Ethan, no one knows who that man is. It's wild.
I know he is.
He knows.
I know. I've never met him before.
It's crazy. Like, well, surely you did. Whenever you came to, I don't know if you would have, because
I just know like
I don't know if Ethan and him would have ever been.
You
in the
know
same
his
room while you were
lore.
here.
I know his lore. That he lives in Colorado.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I say something about watercolor Florida though? Like,
Yeah.
Really, just like the whole 38 area.
Go there.
I'm getting a no from my producer, so I'm going to move on. No, the thing about watercolor to me is that like, I feel very grateful to have like, having grown up going there, but like, I think that they've just figured it out there.
I don't know how to explain it, but I agree with you.
Yes, it's just peak, and I know it's like so touristy, and it's a very big part of like Southern culture now to go there in like the summers and on spring break and stuff.
Yeah.
But man, like having been to like a lot of different parts of the country, I feel like 30A specifically just like figured out the vibe.
Dialed.
Like it's
Yeah.
like it just feels like utopian beach life down there.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's like when I was down there this past time, and I've kind of always felt this way. I just feel like because it's gotten so popular now.
Yeah.
It's like even more so. Like example one, I went to Bud and Alley's for breakfast, which sleeper pick. It was like kind of fire because I feel like whenever you're down there, everybody always goes to Black Bear, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Little Bear.
The-
Black Bear.
yeah.
Something like that.
It's like the seemingly the
bakery.
only breakfast place, but like there's this view of the ocean on this like top floor area, Bud and Alley's, that had like really good breakfast, and it was only $20. And it's crazy to say only before $20, but in Seaside that's pretty freaking cheap.
Yeah.
for
That
food.
is. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
you
when the
get-
grilled cheese is $25
Yeah.
and it's grilled
yeah,
cheese.
usually it's like $18 for a side. Now it's like $20 for the whole meal. I was like,
Yeah.
are you kidding me? I'm ripping these people off.
Right.
But anyway, so we go to Bud and Alley's, and Bud and Alley's is like one of the oldest restaurants in Seaside, and it's like on the water side of downtown, and it's like it was weird. The girl that was serving me, she's British, which like everybody that works there, like they're from everywhere but America. It's really
That's
strange.
crazy.
And this
That
girl was
sounds
from like
cool, though.
Britain or something. She was like this 7-year-old woman. And I was like, man, could you imagine growing up in like Liverpool and then like you get to live in Seaside?
Yeah.
In your
That would be
retirement, that would be
crazy.
insane.
Yeah.
But anyways, her name tag had like 3 like restaurant logos on it by her name,
Whoa.
which is, I was like, that is so weird. Everything down here is owned by the same person.
Yeah.
And it's like the
Yeah.
Truman Show is like a joke, you know?
Yeah.
And I believe that the homes are like individually owned, but that's the
Yeah.
only like authentic thing about the whole place. It's like really weird if you think about it for too long.
I mean, they were
Yeah.
like planned communities.
Yeah.
There were some big families in Birmingham who went down there and developed Alice and Seaside and
Is it
Watercolor.
family owned or is it like private equity type beat now?
It's like billionaire family developed. So
Yeah,
like,
it's like
I mean, all the
the Florida
properties are
mafia.
owned by like individual homes are owned and things like that, but the communities were developed by these big rich
Yeah.
families.
But it's like weird. It's completely public though. Like the neighborhood is. I don't know. I guess like Mount Laurel and like the place like over in Hoover. Those are also completely public. But it's just like strange. That has to be one of the only planned communities that has that amount of traffic come into it and out of it every single day.
Right.
Yeah, that's crazy.
'Cause
there's got to be all sorts of like coding and red tape and stuff to even get something over there. Like, you got to have the same type of front porch and the same type of like wood you're building the building out of and stuff. Like, because everything there looks the same.
Yeah.
It's like
gotta be.
It's like so interesting, the code, especially like when you get down there where your dad's friend has a house. It's like Meyer's dad's friend has a house like in Seaside, not like
nice.
watercolor.
Yeah.
It's like 3
Watersound.
houses off the beach.
And
It's really close.
It's like everything is so similar. But to your point though, not to make this into like a dystopian like conversation about Seaside, like it is so crazy how you can go down there and so easily actually check out from the world. Like it is like an easy place to legit like vacation
Yeah.
from your life and just like chill.
Yeah.
Because you have like, in watercolor specifically, you have like an ample amount of pools that you can like hang out at. Plus the beach is like amazing there. Plus the trails are like amazing. Anything that you would ever actually need to relax, like good food, good trails, like a pool, drinks, whatever. Like it's just like there.
It's crazy.
You can actually unplug. You're gonna have such a good sabbatical,
dude. It's gonna be great. I'm really just trying to like, kickstart myself into a really good, a really
rest of your
period.
life.
Yeah, rest of my life. But yeah, no, we'll go down there for a week and then I'll move back home, like moving back in with parents' home, which let me tell
childhood
you,
bedroom.
dude, I'm excited.
Now, which of the triple bunk bed are you gonna sleep in?
Right, I just grew up in a bunk bed. I've slept in a bunk bed.
It's like Dr. Seuss style. There's like a
years.
bunch of like
That
like your mom and your dad are also in
gosh.
the bed, right?
Right, yeah.
No,
it's like
family
mom and dad are
bunk
on
bed.
top.
Yeah.
And then babies on the
People
bottom.
are always like, what do they do with all those extra bedrooms? Like, they're all in the one room with the bunk bed.
well, you have to have the pink room. You have to have the unicorn room.
Right. No,
The bean room.
Exactly. No, I love a good bunk bed, man.
Yeah.
I grew up in a bunk bed
Come on.
and slept in a bunk bed in college. Currently sleep in a bunk bed in college.
Yeah.
And I'm going back to a bunk bed.
I mean, you just gotta. It feels safe.
Dude, I
It's
love
home.
it. I love it.
Are you top or bottom bunk?
I was always top, but I
Yeah.
was top in an empty bunk bed, which I feel like if there's like somebody that grows up in a bunk bed, like I know some of my friends had bunk beds, it was like just their room.
Yeah.
They would sleep on the bottom, obviously. I
Yeah.
always slept on the top. Yeah. I like to see what's going on in there.
Yeah.
Like if something goes down, I want to be the first one to know.
Is there like a fan? Like, do you need to watch your head?
Yeah, a little bit actually. It's not
likes
like
the
too
risk,
close to the
though.
bed. Yeah, I do like
Yeah.
the risk.
Yeah.
I feel the same way like somebody that does like whitewater kayaking or like belays mountains.
Yeah. It's the same thing. There's
yeah.
just this element of like you could die.
I could die.
You
at
could
any
get
moment.
decapitated.
Yeah.
You could get decapitated.
I could just like spring out of a bad nightmare and hit my
then
head
just
on the
smack
fan.
your head on the
just
Yeah.
right there
Yeah.
on the dome, head gone.
Speaking of fans and rooms, did you guys ever like do that thing where you turn the fan on and you throw like stuffed animals?
Oh,
and it,
yeah.
like,
Or
shoots the
Absolutely.
thing?
on top of the fan.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's more fun if you throw the animals at it because
yeah,
then
true.
it just like
But then your room
was-
gets all
yeah.
dusty, and your mom
Yeah.
comes in and yells
There
at you
was
for making
such
your room
a-
dusty.
right.
There was such a sense of like chaos to that. That was
Okay, can we talk
incredible.
about dust? Like, why would our parents be like, we gotta dust?
Yeah.
You know,
My
I
parents
know.
never made me dust.
it's
Really?
like
Not once?
I actually
Not
do
once.
dust now. I'll be honest, as an adult. Like,
So what
'cause
is it about it? What changed?
This is a good question. I hadn't thought about it. I think when I was a kid, I was like, I can't even see the dust. Dust doesn't exist. And now it's like, wow, there's like an inch of like just stuff, and it looks like a spider's been living here, and it kind of makes my eyes itchy.
Yeah.
So now I want to
That's
get rid of the
fair.
dust.
Yeah, I wonder if it attracts spiders. I wonder if
I don't know.
spiders are like dust.
Yo, get me in there. I'm trying to make a bed.
Yeah, facts.
Something. I don't know.
Yeah. Or maybe spiders like ingest the dust or something.
Something.
Like it has some kind of psychedelic effect on them.
Yeah. Yeah. I was going to
They
say,
forget they're spiders for a little bit.
going to places like, I don't know, for example, like where Ethan lives, it makes me realize why it's important to learn to clean your room when you're growing up, you know? I don't know if you have ever been to any of the bathrooms in Essex. They're
Well, like,
rough.
no one uses them but me. So why clean up if there's no visitors? You know,
That's true.
I mean,
There's some truth to that.
there's
that's my. I guess that's my take.
Don't you want to go into a clean bathroom?
I much like the Febreze commercial. I think I've gone like nose blind and blind.
he just doesn't see all the hair and the toothpaste.
I feel like I definitely have one of the cleaner ones out of actually second cleanest below Jack because he always.
I think
cleans
Wits is the worst.
Did you know what I
Yeah, for
revisited
sure.
yesterday?
DeWitt.
the SNL skit with the barista skit with Timothy Chalamet. You know what I'm talking about? Did y'all watch the Timothy Chalamet episode?
Yes.
Do you know whenever he was a barista and they were making like
Oh yeah.
the first
Oh dude.
So essentially they're
the
like
most recent one.
the prompt is like, hey, like get something for our sign outside that's like a pun.
Yeah.
It's like a chalkboard pun for latte.
Because coffee shops
And he
always
was
have
like-
like the pun or the joke
Yeah.
outside. Yeah.
And he was like, all right. And then he just gets up and acts like he's doing stand up. And he's like, his first joke was like, I went over to my girl's house the other day. Her bathtub had a yellow ring around it. He said, who been bathing in here? Homer Simpson?
Oh, dude, that was such a good one. I forgot about that sketch. Yeah, dude, they keep going around to like the new employees during the coffee shop training, and they're like, "Yeah, just as like a fun exercise, maybe you guys could try to come up with one of these puns because we put puns on the chalkboard every day." And all the other employees or all the other trainees are coming up with like just those dumb like, I like
Ooh
something.
la latte.
Yeah, like ooh la latte or
I
something.
think
like
one
that.
time me and Wit made the letterboard at Revelator say snake. For no reason.
And yeah, weirdly, zero coffee is sold that day.
Yeah, a lot of people walked in and looked over and they're like, I think I'm going to actually go
There's, like,
somewhere else.
Pooped on the floor and left.
Oh my gosh,
they would
dude.
be saying like normal puns,
Yeah.
and the bosses would be like, "Is everything okay at home?" Like, to just make her feel terrible.
And then Timothy Chalamet, and he gets like a little bit Def Jam with it. Like for reference, Def Jam is like that like style of stand-up comedy from the '90s where people would be like, "Now who wanna?"
Yeah.
like the crowd super
Yeah.
involved. They're like,
Yeah.
"Hey, yeah." But dude, that was so funny. I forgot about that one. Yeah, and he just has like he has like catchphrases and stuff that he uses in it.
Girl, too late.
Yeah.
He kept saying that.
Man, that's good.
We my friend Caleb, he never watches SNL, and Gracie and I love it. And we were showing him. It's actually, I wish I had a friend like I was to Caleb the other day. I have had this before, but no, he had never watched, or he doesn't watch SNL, and we just showed him like all of the best ones from the whole last year, which I was like, man, we did all the work. For
Yeah.
this. We watched so many average skits
Yeah.
for you right now. But no, Timothy Chalamet, I was like, whenever he came on, I didn't really have any opinion about him, and I was like, man, like this guy's kind of annoying after the first one, and then by the end of it, I was like, this guy's freaking hilarious and rocks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's goated, and he has like such comedic talent too.
Yeah.
that
Yes.
surprised me.
Dude,
He
he's
has like a swagger.
he does.
He does.
Swagger is a good word.
Have you? He has a line that my brothers and I quote a lot from his first monologue, where he came on for the Christmas episode, and he's playing the piano and talking about how he grew up in New York, and he goes, New York, a city so nice they named it New York," which I thought was so good.
That's funny.
But he just delivered it so perfectly. Yeah, no, I love him. He's awesome.
He's so good, and
So-
he started dating Kylie Jenner. So, which
Crazy.
me and Gracie watched the Kardashians. That's my worst. That's the worst part about
Wow.
me. It's all
I'll put
unpilled
it
from
all
there.
on the table, fellas.
But we watched the Kardashians. It's like our weird, like, that is how I brain rot. Like Gracie and I we don't do reels. We don't like do Instagram or anything like that. So our version is we watch Kardashians like once every 3 weeks.
Yep.
It's the most embarrassing trait.
That's
but anyways,
incredible.
Kylie and Kendall, if you watch the Kardashians, you agree with me, are by far the coolest ones out of the 5 of them.
Really?
And
Kendall seems the most normal.
Kendall is besides Kendall has this weird like manifestation thing.
Yeah.
Like the other day they were like on a plane and Chloe was like, or somebody was like, I'm just getting anxious like about this plane ride. Like I don't know why. And then Kendall was like, don't say that into the universe. Like legit.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
like,
Ethan's telling me that all the time.
Ethan's a big manifestation guy. What are you manifesting these days, Ethan?
Great question.
Let's see.
Well, good tidings for sure, I think, first
Certainly
and foremost.
good tidings.
Yeah.
Blessings?
Yeah.
I know that was your thing like 6 months ago. I didn't know if you were still on like your manifesting blessings thing.
No, I skipped the crystal and star phase.
Oh, okay.
That was pretty
Do you
short-lived.
still-
Nothing came of it, so
Do you do your
Moved on.
chakra meditations still?
I actually
Pretty
had to do a
rigorously?
meditation for class. Buddhist meditation.
Really?
Ooh,
Wow.
like for world religions or
Did you
whatever?
find Nirvana?
I
He actually did
It was
like right away. First
beginner's
time.
luck.
First time. He was like, well, I
Everybody
beat
thinks
this one. On to the next.
Yeah.
I did it at 11 o'clock at night, so it wasn't
Right. He's like, guys, I gotta go do this stupid thing for class in my room. Hold on. He closes the door. 30 seconds later, it starts like glowing under the door.
World religions major just be like,
Yeah.
Elephants with a bunch of jewelries show up.
like, sorry, I have to sculpt an idol real quick. I got a final tomorrow.
I gotta invite all my like merchant buddies over.
I gotta go invite 10 people to this meeting. We're gonna talk about something. I don't know.
Oh, dude, that's so fire though. Has it been a cool class?
It has been cool, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know, learning different perspectives on different religions like Hinduism and Buddhism specifically.
Is there any other?
Didn't talk about
Muslims.
that's Islam as well. Well, she
Islam.
cancels class like probably 2 weeks in a row.
Every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks. We have a class probably once every 2 weeks. Probably.
She's looking
So,
for Nirvana, man.
Yeah.
She's a busy girl. And
Exactly.
that's
She comes back in every 2 weeks just in like a total bustle. Like, wow, I have a lot to tell you guys.
So I tried this new one.
I had an art teacher in high school, and she was really into like crystals and stuff. And one time she said that she charged her water in the moonlight.
Wow.
Whoa, you cannot casually just drop that sentence on
Pretty
what,
wild.
middle school?
High school. I
High
was a senior
school?
in high school.
That's crazy.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
You know, I've never really
Have you ever
thought about it
tried?
until right now. Like, so Islam, born out of Christianity. Christianity, born out of Judaism. So those are kind of like, and Mormonism, or whatever you say, all are born out of Christianity. And like, those are pretty, to someone who doesn't have religious affiliation, those are pretty similar. And Buddhism and Hinduism are pretty similar ideas, but they're very different. So there's really only like 3 kinds of religions in the whole world. I've never really thought about that before. Right now, that's probably why you take the class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It puts it into perspective.
I just learned in what you've learned in the whole semester in 1 minute.
Wow.
Wow.
That's
We
probably
achieved
true.
podcast nirvana.
I just came to a conclusion about something that you spent a whole semester learning.
I'm the schmuck.
Paid $6,000.
Did you guys ever watch the movie Life of Pi?
Yes.
I never
That was when I learned about Hinduism.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Because they do Hinduism in that movie.
They do it.
Yeah.
They do.
They do it for part of the movie, but not the whole thing.
The rest of it's the tiger, I think.
Yeah, and then they do
Just him with a tiger
for a
on
little
a boat.
bit.
So like,
And then he does Lost.
He does Lost.
so like when you go back to Texas,
Yeah.
what do you think you're gonna miss the most about Birmingham, and what do you think you're like getting most excited about for Texas?
Ooh, okay.
You can't freaking say people. We know it's people.
Ethan.
I lived here so long and didn't get canceled. I'm gonna try to keep that streak. Okay. Definitely gonna miss like the trees.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, and the nature and friends.
Botanical
Coffee
gardens.
with friends.
Just like 2 feet of elevation gain. Like even the 3rd foot would just be amazing. In
No,
Dallas.
yeah. Oh my gosh, dude, for real. they need some nature out there. They need to start. You know how in Dubai they really manifest. Kendall Jenner must have been there because they really manifest a lot of nature out there.
Yeah, they manifest like skiing,
and
in
you're
the
like,
desert.
how are they skiing in the desert? Yeah,
They manifest it.
Dallas needs to take a page out of Dubai's book.
That's Dude Perfect is making an amusement park. You know that, right?
Yeah,
That's why you're moving back, I think. Isn't it?
I'm moving back to do trick shots with them. But
Texas A&M is gonna have a trick.
Can you
shot
imagine?
major before
Can you,
that.
can you imagine literally moving somewhere and be like, "Yeah, I'm going to work for Dude Perfect.
that's so.
My
wild.
job is to work for Mr. Beast and make thumbnails."
Dude, that's when random side tangent about Dude Perfect. My sister's like really into them. She's in middle school.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
kind
yeah,
of the
it's
demographic.
appropriate.
Yeah,
It's appropriate.
It's kind of the demographic. But she watches like all the behind the scenes stuff, and so like I kind of know about their team just from like watching stuff
Yeah.
with her. Their team, and I feel like this is a lot of like big YouTubers now, is just guys that they know.
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
and they're like not even that good at it.
Yeah.
Like it's like, yeah, our editor is just the dude I was roommates with
Evan.
in college.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like, oh, Derek, our media relations guy, he gets us all our gigs. And it's like Derek was like a art
Accounting major
A&M
at-
with you.
yeah.
Why is he your
Yeah.
media guy? Yeah. But I realized that especially with Dude Perfect, it's just guys that they like go to church with.
Yep.
That kind of run their company.
Well, that's
for them.
Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
Mr. Beast is like all his friends from high school.
Yeah.
They're all his like CEO, CFO type figures. They're all something different. 'cause
Now
that's
his,
not how his
company's like
built.
bigger than Amazon, but
Yeah.
the people that run it are just guys from
Yeah, they're
like,
just dudes.
Greenville, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I have a theory like that's just kind of how like unless you work like genuinely like an NPC job,
yeah.
like
Unless you're one of 50,000 employees at some big no-name
Yeah.
company.
Yeah.
But like even there, like the jobs that everybody wants, those people just get them because they like
Because you know people.
yeah, they went to high school with
Yeah.
you
That's
know,
true.
or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean,
guess-
people can just learn to do anything.
Right.
So just hire someone that you like and get along with and teach
Like,
them how to do
when-
something.
When Jeff told us that he got that job in tech or whatever at Regions, because
Yeah.
his boss was like,
Best friends with the CEO, is the president of Regions or whatever.
"It's crazy." He was like, he had never worked in tech. He was trying to open up a McDonald's, and then he was like, "I have nothing about this," and they're like, "We'll get you a job."
that's
in,
It's
like,
crazy.
probably
2008.
like people who like majored in tech or whatever
Yeah.
that means,
That's nuts.
who are applying. They're like,
Yeah.
"Sorry, man."
That's
That's why I'm like, when people are like, "Yeah, I applied for 50 jobs today, got a bunch of no's." I'm like on like LinkedIn, like what are you
on Indeed?
like? That's how you're trying to get it. Sorry if that's how you're trying to get a job.
That's
No,
how
no,
I was
dude,
trying to get a
I'm-
job.
I'm
just
kind
like
of-
that. So
I'm kind of on the same page with you, man.
mark those off. Though.
Yeah.
Talk to your uncle or something.
People-
like that.
Luke's been DMing all his friends from high school, being like, "Are you a YouTuber? Are you a YouTuber? Are you a YouTuber?"
Have you made it yet?
Dude, you should
How many
be
followers do you
Sam-
have?
We should have Sam on from Valor.
Sam Thomas.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
I've
he lives in
never-
California now. So we had a buddy who worked at Valor, who left like Atlanta to go work for Airrack.
Who's that?
No way.
Airrack
Oh,
is like,
YouTuber.
Yeah.
yeah, he's like Mr. Beast's like protege.
He works
if
for
you wanna
Airrack
think of-
now?
Yeah, he has like
I
10 million
love Airrack.
subscribers
Yeah.
on YouTube or something.
Eric and his
Airrack does
and
or
his
Sam
Yeah,
does?
yeah,
Oh.
Airrack does.
Eric and his close buddies are from Cumming, Georgia.
Really?
They went to youth group with like friends of Owen and Ella Hill.
Yeah, like that's
Okay,
Sam,
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
Sam and his friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's how Sam Thomas knows them, I think,
Yeah.
is from like being from
And
Yeah.
he's
Atlanta.
like, I mean, he was like part of the New York ball drop broadcast this year. Like he's Eric's
He's big.
huge.
He's big.
Huge, yeah. That's sick though.
Sam's one of the funniest guys I know, though. So that's probably a bad. This is probably
Yeah,
a
he
bad
is
example
genuinely-
of like nepo friend. He's not a nepo friend. Sam's actually freaking
Sam,
hilarious.
my story for Sam is always, we were at Valor one time, and he got off shift and then went back in the back and like put on like nice clothes, like, you know, collared shirt and whatever. And we were like, "Sam, dang, bro, you look so good.
Yeah.
Sam, you look so good." He's walking through. He's like, "No, guys, stop, guys, stop." And he said, "Stop!" And like everyone in the coffee shop looks around and they're like, Whoa! What just happened?
Also,
Like in a
he was
quiet
going on,
coffee
like, a
shop?
he was
first
going.
date,
Yeah, he was
and
going
he
to meet
literally
his
wore,
girlfriend's parents.
He literally wore like a suit. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't just like a cute like date. Like he wore like a suit, which is
Oh
even
my gosh.
funnier.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
His
man.
ability to enter into characters.
He must
is
have
was
had a lot
crazy.
of ground to make up with them if he was dressing.
I
that
guess.
nice.
I don't know.
Yeah. Oh,
It was
man.
crazy. It was like one of the funniest things I've ever seen happen in a public space.
That's incredible. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're just gonna be thinking like, I wonder how Sam's doing out there, and then one day the channel's just called like Samrack
Samrack.
as opposed to Eric.
Dude,
Yeah.
Yeah,
that,
but
that guy's a legend.
I would love to have him on.
So
I'll have
anyways,
to DM him.
Texas, you're. I don't think you actually answered.
No.
at all.
What even are you doing there?
I'm looking forward to the
trees.
people. No, I think there's just like a higher quality of service there. Like if you go to like a restaurant, and Ethan can attest to this, like really all of Texas, you go to like a restaurant or like somewhere where there's like hospitality at play, you know, when hospitality's at play,
Right.
it's just like better, dude. Like
Sure.
I think a lot of businesses there are just more like familial feeling.
Sure.
A lot of like restaurants and stuff.
Right.
And so there's
You're
just
going
like
there for the feeling of hospitality.
yeah, there's just like, I feel like there's a higher quality of service anywhere you go there. So I'm excited for that, just like on the day to day. But
You
to
like
answer your
walk into
question,
Whataburger and they like legitimately walk up to the register and take your order.
They give you a
Exactly.
big hug.
yeah, they give you a big hug.
That's all we're asking the
Yeah.
people here to do. Like that's all we want.
No, I know it's kind of tough. It's tough sometimes for sure.
Like genuinely, like every Sorry, I'm not going to go on a Birmingham tangent.
No,
Move
I
on.
think
But-
I think specifically the Taco Bell on Lakeshore started in Texas and then they moved it here because
Right.
that's the only place you're going to get good service.
Right.
To answer your question though, what I'm doing is I'm hoping to do sales. So
Let's go.
something in pharmaceutical or medical device.
Yeah.
But kind of going back to what we were talking about earlier, like it is like so that's what my dad does.
Yeah,
And so
I know what your dad does.
yeah, I am kind of
Wait,
hoping
Ethan, you knew that?
The only reason I for a long time knew what Luke's dad did better than I did what my own dad did.
Yeah, you didn't know what your dad did. I asked you
And
the first
called
time.
me out for it, but I was like, I can tell you what Luke's dad does.
I was like, "What does your dad do?" And you're like, I don't know. You remember Luke? His dad.
Well,
I only
that's
like to
such
talk
a-
about things I know about.
Luke's dad actually does medical sales.
Ethan was taught at a young age you never need to not know something. If you don't know something, you could fill it in with information from another area of your life. Like, do you know what the population of Birmingham is? Yeah, the population of League City, Texas is.
So,
Luke's
Ethan,
dad-
what does your dad do?
Luke's-
So, I'm in school for graphic design.
Oh, okay. Well, at least he knew that. Okay.
He's like, he's answering a question. It's not the one you asked, but
Yeah.
at least he's going to give you
Ethan's
something.
never not known something. That's interesting. He always gives me an answer from what I remember. Yeah, but it is what my dad does. My dad's been in like pharmaceutical and medical stuff for some time, and he's liked it. And I think it's like an exciting business to be in if you do sales. And so I'm hoping to go back and do that. Interviewing with several places right now. Following leads. You know how it goes. Leads.
Leeds United got promoted back to the Premier League on Sunday.
Life
real?
is all about leads.
That's exciting.
Either
It really
you're
is.
following them or they're following you.
This
Whoa.
Up the Leeds.
Can you repeat that? Because that was like really profound.
Life is all about leads. Either you're following them or they're following you.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
I work in sales. so,
wow,
you
it
know.
shows. It shows.
You know an ism I heard the other day that I haven't been able to get out of my head?
Yo, hit me with that ism.
It's hard to be hateful when you got a plate full of grateful.
Man. One I really like is what is it? It's
You saw it on your mom's pillow.
Probably.
Stitched, cross
It's,
stitched.
it's something like why would I complain when I asked for a full plate? Or, no, what is it? When I wanted to eat and I
It's
had a
like-
full plate.
It's like
how can I
it's hard to be hateful when you got a plate full of grateful.
Yeah.
Yo, it's like this. It's like this.
Wait, what
It's
is it?
hard to.
Wait.
One more time. Say it one more time.
I heard this quote the other day that I thought was really good.
Homer Simpson.
Dude, that reminded me of you coming in like that. Reminded me of how. Do you guys know Jonathan Bacluta?
Yep.
Nope.
He's a famous I shouldn't say famous.
Shout
pastor.
out
That's
Porch.
that's a weird
Hey,
combination.
you
of
gonna
things.
go to the porch whenever you move to Dallas?
I'm so excited to go to the Porch.
That's sick,
Yeah,
actually.
my parents go to Watermark now.
I want to go with you one day whenever I'm in Dallas.
Dude,
I
you
would
should
love
go,
to see it.
Yeah, don't go without me because you would just be so lost. But like, come with me and I'll have like connections.
So for the person who doesn't know everything about Dallas Christianity, who are you talking about?
Okay, so
Or I guess Waco
Jonathan
Christianity.
Bakluta, aka JP, he's in Waco now. He used to run a young adults ministry in Dallas called The Porch. It had like a big podcast. He then moved that podcast to Waco, so he just does it with a different team now. And that young adults ministry, The Porch, is at a bigger church. Some people would consider it a mega church. I don't really think it's at like mega church status, but it's called Watermark Church. And it's a great church. My family goes there now. I go there on the
It's
holidays.
where
It's awesome.
Shane
You
and
live
Shane
there?
are based, right?
Yes.
Shane and Shane's
Yes.
church.
You live near there?
We live like 25 minutes away.
Where are you in North Dallas?
South Lake.
No, I live in South Lake.
Oh yeah. I knew that. Yeah,
But
because
yeah, we go there
Tatum's
now.
from there.
Yeah, Tatum is from there, and my brothers are from there too.
Yeah,
you know that.
Tatum dated one of them. I was trying not to get there, but yep.
Yep.
But no, we JP Jonathan Bakluta. Man, this is gonna feel so random coming back to this now.
Okay.
What I was gonna originally come back to.
Yep.
But he does these reels. Harris Creek, his church now, posts these like reels on Sundays where they'll go like, you know how it's a popular thing now on social media for someone to be like pretend not paying attention, and the person with the camera will come up to them and be like, hey, and they'll be like, oh yeah, what's up? Oh, I didn't
Yes.
even know you were there. You know, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Harris Creek does this like type of video on Sundays where this girl will come up to JP from behind and be like, yo, hey, Pastor JP. And he'll be like, oh, what's going on? And like, it's scripted. She'll be like, hey, so what can you tell the audience about forgiveness or something like that? And he always comes in like, yo, so it's like this.
Yo.
But,
So
when Steven said that earlier, it reminded me of like someone being like, someone about to spit some truth.
Yeah.
Like Jonathan Bakluta would be like,
Yeah.
yo, so check this out. It's like this. When you turn the other cheek to your neighbor.
Forgiveness is like when you
you have your
somebody a-
plate full of grateful and you can't be
You can't be hateful. That's some Dr. Seuss.
Eerie.
All right, so you're looking most forward to the common notion of hospitality
Yes.
across the board.
For sure.
Tacos for sure. I'm sure.
Tacos for sure. Gotta get me some of that Tex-Mex.
I'm eating Chewies and Terry Blacks until I die.
They do yellow queso out there, and they do white queso here. And I kind of think yellow queso is better, so I'm excited
Really?
for that. Yeah.
That's a hot take.
That's
I'm
a
not
point
even
where I
gonna lie.
disagree with you.
Really?
What do you think?
It is.
Common denominator. Your parents live here now, but you're from League City, which is in Houston.
Yep.
Give your opinion.
On queso.
Yeah, yellow.
What
or
your
white.
queso?
Yellow queso.
Ah.
Torchy's queso is yellow.
That's what's up.
So
Torchy's queso is that what you mean by yellow queso? You're not talking about like ballpark queso?
I'm talking about like
Velveeta queso.
yeah, anything.
Velveeta.
Velveeta is what I'm talking about. Ballpark. You think
Well, ballpark is like fake yellow cheese. Like it's not even
Well,
cheese.
Velveeta is what that's made out of. I'm pretty sure.
Is it?
Yeah, it's just
It's
block
like
cheese
I
and
feel like
just
it's
melt.
thicker.
It might be, but
Yeah.
Torchy's is like
Torchy's is
unfreaking
gas.
Believable.
I don't like
queso.
Chewies. That's a
I
people
went
hate
to
me
a
for that
Torchy's
take.
in Atlanta the other day. It sucked. I was
Really?
so upset. I was like, really? Torchy's, you brought it over here and you're not doing it right? You're not doing the thing?
Really, you guys didn't do the thing, the one thing you had to do.
Yeah, one job.
I'm personally a fan of. Oh, this is gonna alienate me. I think a fan of Fuzzy's tacos over Torchy's tacos. Are you guys familiar with Fuzzy's?
Never heard of it.
Unfamiliar.
That might be another
Same kind of vibe?
Texas place. Yeah, and weirdly they're right next door to each other.
Are you
in my
shaking your
hometown.
head out of disgust or because you don't know what it
It's
is?
no good. It's no good.
Whoa.
Tacos are like the size of my palm. They're
Yeah,
tiny.
but Torchy's
Tiny.
spices their chips. Like they
Really?
put like some don't they put like some kind of like red pepper in their chips
don't
or something like
I
that?
feel like I remember that.
I will
Yeah.
say this. Chewy's in Texas is like actually pretty good. Chewy's here
It
is
is.
also not good at all.
I don't like Chewy's here.
jalapeno freaking creamy dip is amazing everywhere, but the rest of Chewy's is way better in Texas.
Jalapeno freaking creamy dip.
What's it called? What is
Probably jalapeno freaking creamy dip, I would guess.
And
Yeah.
then what do you think you're gonna miss most about Bham?
Miss most about it? I don't know. Like, I haven't been like actively running right now, but like running here and like really like embracing the nature aspect of it on like a day-to-day basis it's just so pretty here. Obviously, like you can't beat that. Being in like Homewood and being in such close proximity to like a downtown area that you can be at in 10 minutes and then be out of that downtown area in 10 minutes and like back into kind of like
in the
the
mix.
suburbs. Yeah. You can like, I don't know, you can get places here a lot quicker. Like if I were to go to downtown Dallas where I'm at, it'd be like 30, 40 minutes, which it's that way in Atlanta or Nashville or
It's
whatever.
that way in
but
most big cities.
Yeah, but
It is crazy.
I
If
do
you go
like
to
that
a
about
Barons
Birmingham.
game here, it's like 10 minutes from your house.
Yeah.
And if you were to go to a Rangers game, it'd probably legit be like 45 minutes
for
or
real.
something like that.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
So I will definitely miss that. And like, I don't know, like I feel like stuff is very like, businesses here though, although the hospitality sometimes lacks. I think like standalone businesses, like a specialty business, you know, like something like Whammy, is like just super unique. And there's like a lot of those here, like really creative businesses with like really great people. And so, I'm going to miss that. as
Pretty
well.
much as soon as it gets franchised, it sucks here.
Yeah.
But like if it's locally owned,
Yeah.
that's where I feel like it's hard to really beat that. I don't know if that's like unique to, I guess Birmingham's just such a concentrated area, like you're saying, like it's just smaller.
Mm-hmm.
So everything is like just naturally way closer together. So it is kind of cool that you can go to a lot of different restaurants that are like locally owned.
Yeah.
And like you go to Slim's Pizzeria and Pizzeria GM. And even those are on like opposite ends of, like, you know, they're like 15 minutes away from each other and they're both like amazing. But if you were to go to, I don't know, like Mellow Mushroom here, it would probably be horrible in comparison to a Mellow Mushroom in Dallas or Atlanta or something like that.
Yeah.
Because I actually don't know why that is. I would love to talk to a Mellow Mushroom employee in Birmingham and then go talk to a Mellow Mushroom employee in Atlanta and be like, how do y'all think that this does so much better in larger markets?
Why do you think that you keep saying that the service industry is not as hospitable here as compared to Dallas? I don't think I agree with you.
Really?
I think
So we should fight about it.
Like,
Just
no,
fast
I
food.
think he's talking about
I
like
have-
fast food.
No, yeah, I have.
Like you're not talking about like
Some
June
businesses-
or Whammy or something.
No, I'm not talking about like those
Not like fine
standalone
dining.
businesses, but like I don't know if you're going to like anything mainstream
Right.
here, it's just a little bit lower quality than
That's
you would
okay.
get
Yeah, that's definitely true. I think.
in Texas. But yeah,
Yeah. It's actually kind of wild. Like whenever I went into, I can't remember. I've been talking about Nordstrom so much. My Austin Nordstrom. I don't know if have I talked about this today already on this podcast?
there was a
no. You
Nordstrom
briefly
drop,
name
yeah.
dropped it.
Okay. So I went into Nordstrom and it was like it's fascinating to me going into places like that in other cities and people like care about their job because I'm from here.
Yeah,
And like I like walked into Nordstrom and people like kept being like, "Hey, like can I help you in any way?"
yeah,
And it's like, dude, when you walk into anything that's like that shop here, like
Yeah.
a Dillard's or a Belk or, you know, other versions of that, people are like in the corner on their phone. And even if they are having to fold clothes, they like have their phone like playing a movie with AirPods in.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like it's like people just like don't bother you here. And when you're in those like types of stores, because the only reason they're there is because they're trying to get like some sort of paycheck. Like they don't care
Yeah.
about their job. But I feel like when you're in Austin, like so many people move there
Yeah,
and they're like excited to move there and stuff.
yeah,
And they're like, oh, I'm gonna like
Hi,
getting a
welcome
job.
in.
They can like talk themselves into being like, I don't know. Maybe I should be more kind about this, but they can talk themselves into being like, oh, like I have a job at Nordstrom. Like I work in specialty fashion in Austin.
yeah,
And it's like,
exactly.
you work at Nordstrom. So it's, but also that's just because I've been trained up here where it's like, if you work there, then it's like not, it's like,
I wonder if
quote
it's
unquote, not a
because
good
there's
job.
more competition for
Yeah, and you
jobs
could
there.
probably just make a ton. Like, there's just more money circulating in
I also
big
think it's
cities.
about maybe the people here don't enjoy living where they live here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
there's more to do. I mean, if like a restaurant opens here, I know about it immediately.
Yeah.
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 Where in Houston, it's like I could go every day to a pizza restaurant and still not hit them all.
Yeah.
It's like that out west though. Like even the gas station workers, like in Zion, are like ecstatic
they
that I'm in their
love
gas
to be
station.
there. Yeah,
Yeah.
the standard I think of like because people will be like, oh, that's kind of subjective. What do you mean the service is bad here? The standard, I would say, like an actual numerical standard you can look at when looking at Birmingham, especially with chains, is anytime there is a national promotion at a chain, like a deal on an app or like a commercial you see, the Birmingham location is never participating.
Yeah.
Like, and it's not like
like when the Grimace shake was the thing. I couldn't get one. I tried.
They were
and it's
out
not even
everywhere.
Everywhere I went.
regional. It's like, no, our specific store just didn't want to do it.
Right. Yeah. It's
I
like
don't even
the
think it's a
two store, the
management thing.
Homewood
Yeah.
one and the Irondale one. They were like, nah.
Yeah. Or like on maps, it'll tell you every McDonald's
Dude.
closes at midnight or something like that. And they're like, nah, our location closes at 9.
Have you ever seen a close their doors permanently out of business McDonald's?
No, wait, wow.
I mean, yeah, here.
I've seen 2 of them, and they were both here. One of them was in North Birmingham,
Yeah.
and one of them was in Irondale.
And I bet
I was like, I
employees
didn't
were
know
like,
that happened. Like, it's like subways. Like, once they spawn, they can't despawn, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to make like $3 a day to make money. Probably.
Like, it has to be the only way for a McDonald's to close down around the country is if like it's known around that area, don't go to that McDonald's.
Right.
Like it's
Like
being,
even when
socially
I grew up in
boycotted.
Jackson, Mississippi,
Yeah.
there was this IHOP that had like multiple shootings there.
Yeah.
And like people got robbed there every month. And it was
Yeah.
still open for like years.
Like the
So,
McDonald's, like all they had to do was just take orders. That's like
No, exactly.
that's the thing that makes me so upset about this. Like
The McDonald's
if
in
that
Irondale is
Irondale-
right off the interstate.
Like that, you would show up to that McDonald's, you would pull around the drive-through, 5 minutes, 10
Yeah.
minutes,
Yeah.
20 minutes, absolutely nothing.
No.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing. And then like even when you did come around, they were just mad at you that you were
Yeah.
there. Like
Yeah.
it was crazy. Like that.
100%.
I got screamed at in the Wendy's on 280 that closed.
Nah.
I was like, I pulled through and they didn't give me any like barbecue sauce. So I came back through and was like, hey, I just came by. Y'all didn't give me any sauce. No response. So I say again, hey, just want some barbecue sauce. And they yelled, we don't have any barbecue sauce. And then
Wow.
I had to drive
Yeah.
away.
And then you drive around the window, and the guy at the window just has barbecue sauce all over his mouth.
He's just eating food. Dude. He's just sucking on a slushy with
More for
barbecue
you is
sauce.
less for me.
So Mars and I are going to Budapest next week.
Oh, let's go.
On a mission trip for 2 weeks. It's gonna be sick. But anyways, like one of the things that blew my mind that I never even thought about this. I hate McDonald's. I think it's because I'm from here. I don't think it's because the food tastes bad.
Interesting. Yeah.
And then when you go to Budapest, the McDonald's are unbelievable. They're like the food is like it's good, it's hot. It's like you can go in. There will be 100 people in a store. I'm not even joking. There legitimately at dinner time will be 100 people in the McDonald's. Every seat will be taken. There'll be 30 people just standing up waiting. You go into a kiosk, literally 100 people in there. Somehow 7 minutes later, you have a piping hot Big Mac meal like ready, and they have like all these freaking different desserts. Like you can go get. They have a legit coffee shop.
They have a
in them.
McCafe, yeah.
It's like
I've been to McDonald's in France and Switzerland, and it was the same thing.
it was nuts. I went and it was good. It was really cheap and it was really fast. And I have probably been to McDonald's in America in the past like 5 years of my life. I've probably been to McDonald's 2 times, and I went to McDonald's like probably 8 times in 2 weeks whenever I was in Budapest.
Yeah.
Because it was just like good service. So I was like, dude, if the McDonald's person here, like, I don't know who owns all the McDonald's in Birmingham, but that guy's a freaking idiot.
Yeah.
Like, if that guy would just like make one store good, it would probably be like unreal.
I've got to go ahead.
I was saying Brisbane, the food is really good. But
Macca's.
the
Isn't that what they call it?
Macca's.
Macca's.
Macca's, yeah.
And they also have like a McCafe there, but the service is like super slow. But everyone
Really?
just seems like to be having a good time. Like
Yeah.
everyone's just kind of laughing and not taking my order, but laughing. So.
But laughing. So it's like, I don't mind. Finish the joke. Finish the joke. It's okay. I can wait.
But it's like strictly just high schoolers, and they're just kind of hanging out back there.
Dude,
Yeah.
I love
taking
that.
their
this
time.
in the least weird way, I would pay to just like watch a bunch of like high school idiot Australian kids hang out working at a McDonald's.
Yeah.
That would be the amount of slang that is used. It has to be just like
Off the charts. Yeah.
I learned the other
'Cause
day
it's-
that they call gas stations servos.
Yeah.
There's already a slang barrier when you're in a country like that and they're using like Australian slang, but then they would be using like Gen Z Australian slang.
Right.
So you would just be like on another
High
planet.
school
Yeah.
slang.
Yeah. No. I have a real quick theory about international McDonald's. Now,
Yep.
I've never been to an international McDonald's, but
Okay.
from what I understand, they're the bomb.com, as you
Right.
guys are saying.
Yeah.
I think what it is that they kind of, those countries view McDonald's as like the most American thing in their country, second to an embassy.
Right.
So it's like an American embassy, basically.
Right.
And it's like, it's almost like their way of honoring America by like really upkeeping that McDonald's.
Yeah.
Because they like, I know in China and Japan, like they love KFC.
Yeah.
Like those places are like
Yeah, in Korea.
gangbusters there.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Korea. And like from what you guys are saying, like these are like some pretty bomb McDonald's.
Yeah.
I think that's like the most American thing to them, and they're like, oh, America put like their like best restaurant
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
We have to honor that.
That's
Something
hilarious.
like that. Anyways,
All right. I think that's our heart out.
Oh yeah, it's 6:59.
All right. See ya.
bye.
See ya. Thanks.
Welcome to the secret segment where we talk about secret things. I forgot I did a beep. Do the beep again. Where's that at?
You.
Hey,
Ethan.
Myers,
Ethan,
shut
where do you
the-
live?
League City. I live at that's okay.
What's your address?
It is 3.
I love that.
I had to go back and edit one of our podcasts today.
Oh, here we go.
because
Secret
we-
segment. Luke, who is your crush that you have right now?
I Chihuahua.
Say something. Say something.
Well, it currently is. And well, it's actually between and.
All right, that's our show. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Bye. Good stuff. Oh man.
Awesome, mate.
I thought